What's going on YouTube? Today we're taking care of another widow's peak. This time we're turning it into a skin fade on the sides and long enough to style on top. As always, I'll show you how to do this fade with a straight razor, no super shaver, so stay to the end to find out what tricks I use to eliminate that transition line, and let's get right to it. For this haircut, we're going right in with our 1. For that, I have my clippers lever open. All I'm doing is bringing the sides all the way down to the 1 and giving myself a clean canvas to work with. On the other side, I'm using my non-dominant hand to take the hair down, starting at the ridge line. If you don't feel comfortable using your opposite hand, you can always work from the bottom up. There's more than one ways to remove bulk. This is just the way I'm doing it for this haircut. After you brought the sides down to a 1, you can go right in with your balding clippers or trimmers, whatever works for you. For this haircut, I'm using trimmers and bringing the bald line right up to that temple line. We don't have to do any contour lines for this haircut as the customer's crown is a little bit higher and the occipital bone is not very pronounced, so a straight line will work just fine.
She said that she hate me, I hate me too. I can always tell when you're lying, girl, you're see-through. All these miles away, yeah, I just wanna see you. Baby, give me good face, she hit me like seafood. Remember when I saw you, hi, it's nice to meet you. Know my old girl salty, she just wanna be you. I'm a dog, no Maltese, I don't wanna leave you. Once you're right here, I just don't wanna mistreat you, no. Cause I've been a douchebag before, baby girl, I don't wanna repeat. She just won't please me, she look in my eyes, told me why are you bleeding? And I don't even know how to answer. I take these drugs to my bladder. She said she noticed a pattern, she say I look gorgeous, I tell her I'm flattered. But I hate my reflection, when I look at you all I see is perfection. I'm so depressed and I don't know the reason, just wanna feel better. Hate my reflection, when I look at you all I see is perfection. I'm so depressed and I don't know the reason, just hope I feel better. Don't know the reason, just hope I feel better.
After you set the transition line, I'll go right in with my detail clippers. Here I'm starting off by softening the transition line. For that, I'll work with my clippers all the way open.
I don't really get you, I don't really get you. Why should I always gotta be so stressful? Baby, can you tell me why are you so vengeful? I don't understand you, I can't live without you, but I can't fucking stand you. I'm just so obsessed, I should take better care of myself, but fuck it. Blacked out in public, on that like she upset, but I know she love it. I hate my reflection, when I look at you all I see is perfection. I'm so depressed and I don't know the reason, just wanna feel better. Hate my reflection, when I look at you all I see is perfection. I'm so depressed and I don't know the reason, just hope I feel better.
To save time, I'll be working on spreading the fade. To do that, I'm simply working my lever from closed to open and open to closed. The closer I am to the bald line, the more closed my lever is, and my focus is on erasing the bald line. As I work my way up towards the crown, I'll open my lever and my focus is on spreading the fade evenly. Just to illustrate what I said, here my lever is closed and my focus is erasing the transition line. Opening the lever a notch, I'm working my way up and spreading the fade. Now with the lever closed, I'm working on erasing that bald line. And again, we're back to lever open as I work on spreading the fade. Now working on the other side of the fade, basically using the same steps as before. I'm going to start by softening the area that needs to be faded, and I'm using my lever from close to open. You basically just want to try to copy what you did on the first side, keeping each lever change in the same area. It takes practice, but the longer you cut hair, the easier it gets. Now cutting the top using shear over finger, we're removing about 3/4 of an inch in total. So in this case, I'll typically start by removing a 1/2 inch and take the rest when I cross cut the hair. For his head of hair, there's 2 areas that are particularly difficult. On the left side of his head, where the ridge line is, the hair grows almost entirely straight down, and he also has a slight widow's peak in the front. So we're cutting the hair in a way that it will give it some style and make it manageable for the customer. Here on the side, you can see how this section of hair at the ridge line grows straight forward. Ultimately, the hair from the middle and far side of the crown will be brushed to this side. So we don't want to cut it too short, but rounding it out will help give it a nice balanced look. Now cross-checking the hair using shear over comb, and we're just evening up the top, taking that last 1/4 of an inch, keeping in mind that it'll be slightly longer on the far side as we will be brushing it to the near side. Onto the straight razor shave. Here I'm shaving about an inch above the ear. I'm really being careful not to use too much pressure as it will create a difficult line to remove. What I like to do is once I've shaved the area, I'll go back and use the corner of my blade and just lightly work on erasing any lines created by the blade. If there is a noticeable line, don't worry, I will show you how to get rid of them in just a moment. Here again, just going back and trying to flick away the line created by the blade. I like to think of it sort of like trying to remove every other hair. So you've tried to remove the razor line and you can't, and you don't own a super shaver. Here's what I like to do. I use the backside of my T-blade, and just using the corners of the blade, I'll drag it over the line. Notice I'm stretching the skin. This will help make those hairs stand up, and you can erase them without irritating your customer's head. You can also flip the blade back over and doing the same process using the corners of the blade, stretching the skin, and lightly scoop away the transition line. Now that we've gotten rid of that transition line, we can take a look at the final cut. This should keep my guy looking fresh for a while. I hope you liked this video. If you did, please give it a like. If you're new to the channel and want to help, hit the subscribe button. It would mean a lot to me and help me to continue making these videos. Either way, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.
Yeah, it's one heart, one shot, now the future is yours, go! I'm turning dreams into reality. In the lab with the formula and chemistry. The memories spark and motivate and make the industry shake. We put the bars in the place, I'm talking one.